like it, I don't like it, I don't like it here. You wouldn't like it, nobody likes it here.
Like, did you realize like we get more than just Ion, right? I know that, right?
No, we got nothing else besides Ion. Probably the best TV show we got, TV channel we got on there is MeTV. At least we get Flintstones, Looney Tunes, and all them.
But it's like they pay for DirecTV, and it's like they only ever have it on the channels that you get over broadcast. Just buy an antenna and stick it on the roof.
Hey, Dr.
I think that'd be cool. That's a So, I wanted to go on because like I was legit like wanting, like thinking about movies. I'm just like the Muppets, like they did their own parodies of movies and stuff like that. You know, like Muppet Treasure Island and like and all that.
I could watch not the Muppets anymore. Muppets before Disney Plus. You can put any movie, and put Muppets in there. I'll watch it.
So I was thinking of something similar, but with Looney Tunes. I was like, what if we put the Looney Tunes in a movie? It's like, what movies could work? I think, like, I was thinking of like, you know, Shining as Daffy Duck as the main character and stuff, just having to do, as he goes insane.
I just don't think it would work with the Looney Tunes in a way that it works with Muppets. I can't imagine Looney Tunes Treasure Island.
I'm not talking like, you know, old movies. I'm talking like with modern movies. Just like, you know, just like kind of because like I was thinking because like I was taking Kyler home and I was legit thinking of just like I wanted to watch Space Jam, like something to entertain her while we were driving. Well, the only Space Jam they have is the Legacy one. The new one.
You mean they had no Space Jam, right?
They had no Space Jam, yeah.
Space Jam.
So I end up thinking it's just like, you know what? No, like I was thinking like, you know, some of the funny scenes that kind of made me chuckle and made me laugh. Especially like where they're going through all these old movies and stuff. What made me chuckle was the Austin Powers parody, where Sylvester is like Mr. Bigglesworth, and like Elmer Fudd's played Mini-Me, and he shows up, and he's like, Sylvester, what are you doing here? So I was legit going like through my head, going like, what other movies could they have done if they actually did like legit movies with Looney Tunes? Because the last actual Looney Tune movie that we got was Looney Tunes Back in Action with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, that was great.
I liked it. It's not the best, but I loved it. I found it entertaining.
They should have done Space Jam sequel like with Coke back in like 2001. Instead of making Looney Tunes Back in Action, give me Space Jam 2.
What would be your perfect Looney Tunes movie besides Space Jam? Because let's be honest, Space Jam is just one big product placement.
How old were you when Space Jam came out?
It was 99, so let's see here.
No,
98.
99.
98?
1995.
95?
Sorry.
Let's see here. Okay, so I was born in 92, so through...
You were still shitting your pants when Space Jam came out.
And I remember it.
So you shut your mouth.
I remember it. Well, how old are you when your Space Jam came out?
I was 8. Yeah?
Yeah. Just a little older than me, so...
I was in second grade when it came out.
That or do like old like classic films like Casablanca. You know, remember when Disney did? Well, I mean, when Warner Brothers did like Casablanca with Looney Tunes characters, right? Have you seen that episode?
No.
Yeah, it was a short where they legit. I think so. I can't remember who. I think Daffy Duck was the main character, or like.
No. Looney Tunes kind of did do a lot of this kind of stuff. Like they did Robin Hood.
Yeah.
They did
Like in shorts, but I'm talking like a legit movie.
I just don't think Looney Tunes work as a feature-length movie. Like Space Jam works, but really, if you look at Space Jam, it's like broken up. It's Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan, Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan, Looney Tunes, Michael Jordan, and then at the end, it's all Looney Tunes. But no, it's almost like a series of shorts that are all just mashed
Oh, what I'm
together.
saying, it's like it's not fully animated. It's just like Space Jam. It's like if you threw the Looney Tunes into the movie. It's not like the Tom and Jerry ones, where Tom and Jerry goes into Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or when they go into Wizard of Oz. Or when they go into Robin Hood. Have you seen those films? Fucking fantastic. Absolute shit. Terrible movies. But they are amazingly hilarious. Just because how bad they were. The slapstick is, like, the Tom and Jerry slapstick is spot on. But, like, there's a point. So, for instance, it's a shot for shot of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but with Tom and Jerry in it. Same thing with the Wizard of Oz, but there's a little, like, just small changes. Like, it's everything that's going on, but it's Tom and Jerry in the background. There's a point to where you remember where, like, where the witch ends up trying to crush, like, Dorothy and them with the boulders.
The boulders.
Hold on. No, where they got rained on by, like, sleeping stuff because of. It's been forever since I've seen Wizard of Oz, so I'm having to try to remember
Yes,
it.
in the poppy field.
Yeah, the poppy
Where
field.
did you get boulders? What version are you watching?
The Tom and Jerry version. So there's a point, the witch is on top of the cliff and tries to crush them with boulders. So then it gets to the point to where, like, Tom and Jerry have to fight the Wicked Witch of the West. And they end up taking her wand. And so instead of being crushed by boulders, it rained, like, it kind of snows in the poppy field, and that's what puts him to sleep because Tom and Jerry interfered and saved Dorothy.
Speaking of Wizard of Oz, that is a book that I wish would get a faithful cinematic adaptation.
They have done a few of the other books in animated. The only, because I remember the Wizard of Oz TV show by Deke.
Yeah.
I do remember the, because they showed it on Toon Disney. It was the Wizard of Oz, I guess the origin of the Cowardly Lion.
Yeah.
And I think they did an animated Return to Oz, maybe?
No, Return to Oz is live action.
Well, I know that, but I think they did an animated one of it too.
And I love Return to Oz. But it's and I love the old 1930s Wizard of Oz. It's great. But it is so drastically different from the book. I mean, even down to the collar of the frickin' slippers. They're silver in the book. You get adaptations of it here and there. You get Oz the Great and Powerful, which was terrible. Sci-Fi had a mini series called Tin Man.
I remember
which
Tin
was
Man.
Okay, but it was kind of like a realistic noir type feel to it.
I heard it did amazing though.
I just want a faithful adaptation of the book as a movie. I want the witch how she looks. Go with the W.W. Denslow illustrations in the first book because they're amazing.
Is that you or?
That ain't me.
One of the I'd say because there's a lot of old books that I wish got faithful adaptations.
And while MGM still owns all the copyright and stuff to the movie, and Disney had to when Disney made Return to Oz, they had to get permission from MGM.
Yeah.
Because MGM still owned the rights at the time and everything, but the rights to the book are in public domain now.
Yeah.
So if you made a movie based on the book, fuck the MGM movie, on the book, anybody can make it. I don't understand why nobody does.
I think that like nobody has either thought about it, or they don't want to try to put like where it's like they don't want the pressure of we are remaking Oz. We don't want that hate on us. Because kind of the similar
The
thing.
movie's almost 100 years old. Like,
I
come
know.
on.
I forget that it's that old. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. So since we're on the top, we're going on old books and stuff at CS Movies. What's another book that you would like to see kind of get an actual, like a good, like movie adaptation?
A good adaptation? Probably Treasure Island. I love Muppet Treasure Island, but it's a Muppet movie. And you get the old Disney one, but it's very much like a 1960s Disney movie. It's its own flavor of things.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a very gritty, realistic, violent Treasure Island film.
Did you ever see the Russian Treasure Island?
No.
The animated one?
No.
Pretty awesome. Like, the animation style is very reminiscent of Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's too stupendous as the Soviet Union, not really known for its animation.
Actually, there's a point. I've seen a lot of like animation from the Soviet Union. I've seen Russian Pooh Bear. Yes. Yes, it is vastly odd.
Yeah.
I'll have to send it to you.
Comrade Pooh.
It's very interesting. But well, like you would actually the Russian Treasure Island. You remember that meme of like that walk meme where it's like dun 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 dun, where like you have like these three guys just like rule the rum, rules and death. Like where the guys has the rum and the skull and all that stuff. It was Dr. Hersey, like Hersey or whatever the doctor's name from Treasure Island is.
It's ringing no bells.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. But the book, the series that I would love to have a live action, I think it would be a good little light fantasy for kids and stuff, is Del Toro Quest every time.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. Del Toro Quest every fucking time, Heath. I will die by that series.
I've not read it, so I'll just take your word for it.
I got it all there on Audible, so I finally got the 21st anniversary edition. So I'll let you borrow them. You could get through a book like one of their books within like 3 hours. It's a series I think you and the kids would actually enjoy. What book? Speaking of what books are you reading to the kids right now?
At the moment, we're a couple chapters into Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
That's a good one.
It's a lot different from the movie, but it's really good. Like, it's not set during World War II at all.
Like everything else. Like
And
all the fantasy movies back
Miss
then.
Price is kind of just like... Because the book starts out like... Because it's the same three kids that you see in the movie, and
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury character and Miss Price. And she's just like a neighbor of theirs. And the little... They walk by her one morning, and she's, fallen into, like, their aunt's backyard. And they're like, well, how'd you get here? And the little boy's like, well, she flew in a broom. Because she's a witch, and I've been watching her at night and everything. And they go to Miss Price, and they kind of blackmail her. Because, like, look. I mean, they're not mean about it, but they're like, we don't want to tell anybody that you're a witch.
But we're going to if you don't help us.
If you don't give us something magical. And so the little boy has